Well, a hidden gem here in Bristol. You're really going to like what we're going to show you here in just a few moments. It's a house that was literally overgrown with landscaping that had been here for 20 to 25 years. Well, the homeowner made a call to Linton's Enchanted Gardens, and the rest is history. You'll enjoy the details lying straight ahead. A landscape makeover in Bristol, Indiana, and we're glad that you've joined us today. You're really going to enjoy this segment. We're going to teach you a little bit about what it takes to really polish off maybe an old, tired look. And Mark Linton, this was kind of an old, tired look. What'd you tell me, 20, 25 years worth of landscaping that had just kind of overgrown itself?
That's right, and what we had underneath all that was this hidden gem. It's an incredibly beautiful home that actually was hidden by overgrown and too much landscaping.
Yeah, I think we talked about this once before, but what you've done here, and we'll see all the segments of it in just a bit, it makes this house look a whole lot newer, doesn't it?
It gives it a curb appeal, and the goal was for when the homeowner pulls up into this driveway, puts a smile on her face every time she sees this.
Well, this is a great entry here. Talk a little bit about what you've done with the plants, trees, and shrubs, can you?
Well, what we did was a combination of marrying the old with the new, and we really didn't want anyone to figure out what was old and what's new. And
You're playing games with us again, aren't you?
You know, the design here, we're going to get over 25 years worth of use out of this here. And so the first thing that we did with homeowner was walk around and assess the plants that were here and determine whether they had value and what their life expectancy was. And if they were still adding beauty and they had more life, we wanted to keep them. And so a lot of those things stayed exactly where they're at. Things like ornamental grasses and perennials, we actually repurposed them and transplanted them.
Nancy Roberts is the homeowner here, and she will tell us in just a little bit. But she's got a relationship with the Lintons that goes back to when this guy was like 3 or 4 years old. You were working in the garden. That's when you started your business, right?
Well, I was in the garden at 3 or 4, but no, started the business when I was in college, and that's when we connected.
That's a long relationship, and to have her want you back again with this new project, I think that's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. Well, I want to share with the viewers what we've got going on here, anchoring the corner here with this beautiful red Japanese lace leaf maple, a little miniature dwarf tree that's not going to get real large, maintains these burgundy colored leaves all spring, all summer, all fall, and then down around the base of it, these are some of our little miniature dianthus, and what I like about them is non-stop blooming throughout the spring and summertime. They'll only get to be about 8 inches in height, and they're going to grow to be about 24 inches in width. It is a perennial, and as we've shared with the viewers before, when it turns brown in the fall, you cut it down.
Gotcha, yeah. Nancy does like color. She does mention that. So she has a great appreciation for that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Then behind us here, another one of her requests was she likes broadleaf evergreens. So we've got holly here. We've got boxwoods, which are always going to stay below the base of the window there. These are some of our globe boxwoods.
Yeah.
And Craig, this is actually a little dwarf cherry tree, has the most intricate little pink flowers on it in the springtime, and this was actually part of the original landscape.
Serious,
and
okay.
So we want to keep that there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is something that I can't even take credit for, but this is a one-of-a-kind sculpture here. I love this crane sculpture. I found this on the side of the garage. Nancy said a dear friend made it for her, and I was like, I love it. We need to give it a prominent location, and so we put it up here front and center.
So it wasn't really her thought to put it here in the first place?
I just loved it and thought that it would be a great way to
Ah,
welcome
yes.
friends and family.
Nice call, Mark Linton.
Well, thank you.
What else?
Well, Nancy loves to garden. She wanted a little area where she can get down and connect with the dirt. So we've got this annual flower bed here, a nice pop of red color with all these red begonias. In a few weeks, all these are going to be growing together. You know, just one flat of flowers makes a really nice impact.
Yeah.
And what I like about these red leaf begonias is it ties in so nicely with
Sure.
the leaf color of the Japanese maple.
As you've taught us before, little things can make a big difference, right?
Absolutely.
What else?
Well, here at the front entrance, I've got a couple of little dwarf Hanoki cypresses. They do a great job of naturally shaping themselves. I love the detail that's on the stucco columns here. Really didn't want to hide the columns. And the coolest thing about these Hanoki cypress is that they repel mosquitoes. So I put them by front doors and back doors and outdoor living areas.
Sure. I bet Nancy appreciates that, doesn't she?
Anyone would appreciate
Yeah.
something that repels mosquitoes.
Absolutely.
So you're going to see some balance and symmetry. The boxwoods that we had underneath that window over there, we've got a repeat of the boxwoods again. And the boxwoods are the bones of the landscape. We always talk about that. It's important to have evergreens in the landscape because here in Michiana, you've got fall, you've got winter, you've got early spring. Craig, that's 6 months out of the entire year.
That's a big chunk.
It's a big chunk, and all of your flowering perennials, they're dormant at that time of the year. So you have to depend heavily on your evergreens.
Great curb appeal here. And Mark, as we make the turn, you've got some really fascinating things as we lead into the corner here.
Absolutely. These are some of our low maintenance drift roses. Each one puts out over 2,000 blooms per season.
Wow.
We decided to keep the flowering crabtree that was here on the corner. I think we're going to get many, many more years worth of use out of that. I happened to see this tree in bloom this past spring. It was incredible.
Gorgeous, huh?
All we did was some corrective pruning on it.
Ah, I hear the bird up
Oh my
above.
goodness. Yeah.
Wildlife love this area, I bet.
They do. And so we've got some of our hydrangeas here. We've got different varieties of hydrangeas. We've got our shade-loving hydrangeas on this side of the house. Over on the south side of the house, we've got our sun-loving hydrangeas. And that was one of the most important things that Nancy wanted, was she wanted her hydrangeas.
Beautiful. Well, the neighbors have noticed, and Mark, what you've done here is nothing short of a miracle. In fact, you have someone really close to you that drove by this house and they wanted to know what in the world went on. They had no idea that you were actually working hard at changing the landscape.
Actually, last week, my fiance and I, we were cruising the neighborhood, just admiring the beautiful homes and that, as we've done before in the past. And as I was driving by, she says, back up. She says, I've never noticed that house before. It looks totally different. And she was totally unaware that we had just re-landscaped here.
You didn't even let on, did you?
No, I didn't.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'll tell you, Nancy and Mark go way back. In fact, Nancy's going to share that it was back when this guy was in college that they first met, and Mark began working on her landscape design. So let's catch up now to Nancy Roberts and find out a little bit more about her beautiful home here in Bristol. Nancy Roberts joins us now, and she's the homeowner of this beautiful home in Bristol, Indiana. And Nancy, good to see you. You talk about Mark Linton with such glowing words, and it's a relationship with Linton's Enchanted Gardens that goes way back, right, Nancy?
About 32 years. We bought a house that Natalie Schrock had built, and the lot was lots of woods and all kinds of stuff in it. And Mark, we found out about Mark, and he was just in college then, working on becoming a landscaper, and started his own business. And he just took that lot and did wonders with it.
Isn't that something? You talk about the wonders that Lintons can perform with properties, and this newer property of yours here, you've been here a few years, you're telling me that the actual value of the home has gone up quite substantially because of the landscaping.
Yes, yes, I understand from a realtor I know that her being familiar with landscaping in the house, she said you've probably added a lot to the value of that house. And so not only am I going to enjoy it, and I am enjoying it, when someday I have to sell it, I will benefit from this improvement.
What do you like the most about it, Nancy?
The layout. Mark is a great designer. He had wonderful ideas. When my kids came around and saw it, they said they loved the way he had incorporated some of the stuff that we were able to leave. Some of it was overgrown and had partly died. But he designed it. I have a lot of color, a lot of hydrangeas, knockout roses that are the type that'll stay low and just full of blooms. And I'm just really excited to have this.
Well, I think you're going to be even more excited now because Mark has a special presentation, Nancy, that he wants to make. Mark?
Nancy, I know you love flowers and had our
yes.
floral designers make this for you. I also know you love fragrance, and we
Yes.
got lilies and roses here which smell incredible. And before we started this project, Nancy was so easy to work with. She said, if you can just give me hydrangeas, I'll be the happiest person on earth here. So,
That's
but
right.
Nancy, I wanted to thank you for another opportunity to serve you and also to share your incredible home and landscaping with all the viewers out there.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. This is just beautiful, and I feel honored that you have chosen my home to let people see. And it's just been a wonderful job, and I'm enjoying it completely.
Well, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Nancy. A pleasure meeting you, and we wish you the very best. I
Okay.
love those flowers, by the way. They're
Yes.
just awesome.
Wow, they're beautiful.
They are. We've got a whole lot more coming up on our program, so we invite you to stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
Transform your landscape with the pros at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Outdoor living areas, custom ponds, unique waterfalls, brick patios and sidewalks. Specializing in low-maintenance landscape with year-round color. Designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget. Our landscape architects will personalize your custom design from concept to completion. All plants grown and cared for at our very own nursery. 2-year guarantee only at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. To get started, visit lintons.com.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning home and garden center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Boy, do we have a treat for you today. Brand new menu items here at Linton's Garden Cafe. Mark, it just seems like you guys have pulled the stops. Every week we come in here, it's brand new menu items.
A lot of new menu items. And what I've got here, have you heard of street tacos before?
I sure have.
Have you heard of County Road 17 street
I
tacos?
sure have not.
Well, here they are, and we're just introducing these this week. It's Linton's very own County Road 17 street tacos, and it includes 3 mini tacos, and it's got chicken, mixed greens, and Linton's very own mango lime salsa, along with Linton's spicy corn relish. It's got sliced avocado on there and chipotle ranch dressing, all for only $8.99.
Isn't that something? I can't wait to dig into those.
That's not only something, it's really, really delicious.
Yeah, no kidding. And speaking of delicious, how about
Oh
that
my
mango,
goodness,
huh?
our smoothies. We got a lot of different flavors of smoothies, but my favorite is the mango smoothie here, and pairs up really nice with our County Road 17 street tacos. And nice on a warm day like this.
Yeah, excellent summertime combo right here at Linton's Garden Cafe. I've got Granny's goat cheese, Mark. It's goat cheese and dried cranberry salad with salmon. It's not part of the pick two, but it is available here as a brand new entree. Mixed greens topped with salmon, the goat cheese, onions, toasted pecans, and dried cranberries served with rosemary garlic bread. $11.99 is all you pay for it. And you got a nice peach Sprite here. And you do so many different combos with your drinks.
You know, there's no combo that we don't do, and we are proud to say we've got over 100 handcrafted drinks, and kind of the crazier the better. come on up and see if you can fool us, and we'll try and make something that you've never had before.
So 15,000 plant varieties and over 100 drink varieties.
Oh, there's lots of choices.
Wow, so many choices here at Linton's. You need to check it out. No fooling, this is a great place, and it's really great because desserts are also a part of what we talk about, and Chef Donna's here. And Chef Donna, what do you say? You come on down. What do you have for us? Oh, my.
We have some really cool desserts today.
Cool is right.
Yes.
That's the operative word, isn't it? Cool.
Yes, it is for a hot summer day.
Tell us about it.
Well, we have our Cookie Monster Skillet Sundae. It has 2 chocolate chip cookies with 3 scoops of vanilla bean ice cream, topped with whipped cream and chocolate.
Very good.
And then we have our white chocolate raspberry cheesecake that is also very good.
You know, it makes no difference what you order. You're going to get so much value for the buck here at Linton's Garden Cafe. You really load us up, don't you?
Yes, I do. But hey, that's what it's all about. Eating it up.
That's right. Thank you, Chef Donna.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Always good seeing you. Well, Mark, we're not fooling. This is a meal for a king here today. I tell you, lots of food.
Absolutely, and nice new creations by Chef Donna.
Indeed. Hey, how about those hours here at the cafe, Mark?
Craig, we're open 7 days a week, open up at 9 a.m., serving breakfast all day long, and we're here till 4 o'clock or until the last guest leaves.
Hey, you could grab a street taco or two and enjoy the rest of the property, couldn't you?
Just take it and walk around the property. We've got 9 acres here, or hop on Enchanted Gardens Express.
Great idea. Right here at Linton's Garden Cafe. Hey, much more coming up on the program. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning home and garden center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Inside the beautiful conservatory here at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, and we're here to display the stars of the show, the plants, the trees, and the shrubs. And glad that you could join us because you're going to find out more about these great varieties from Linton's, but you're also going to save big money because it's the freebie sale, right, Mark?
Very, very popular program that we've been having for over 25 years now.
I was going to ask you about that. 25 years of the freebie sale.
Absolutely.
Wow, right here at Linton's. Well, Mark, without further ado, let's introduce some of these stars, huh?
We've got all sorts of different options today, whether you have sun or shade or kind of partial or both. Lots of ways to beautify your home and your garden. First up here, I love these spikes of purple flowers. It's our May night meadow sage, and it features these deep purple colored flowers that start blooming late spring, continue to bloom all summer long. Reaches to be about 18 to 24 inches in height, makes a great perennial for cutting. Normally $10.99, this week it's buy 2, get 1 free.
And it goes without saying, we're talking about low maintenance varieties here today, aren't we?
You know, when it turns brown in the fall, you cut it down. We say, what, turns brown? Cut it down.
Easy enough to remember.
Absolutely.
Next up?
Next up, this little guy here is going to surprise you because it's going to get to be about 5 feet in height. It's one of our most popular ornamental grasses. It's our morning light Lula grass, and it features a green and white striped leaf. Craig, if you look real close, you'll see both colors in each leaf there. And then it really comes into its glory in the fall. It's going to get tan feathery plumes which appear in the fall. Those are perfect for cutting and drying and bring them inside the house to enjoy them. Normally $15.99, this week it's buy 1, get 1 free.
All kinds of options here for you today, including this beauty.
This is for those that have shade gardens. This is our Color Flash Estobe. Starts out this lime green coloration with the leaves, and then this fall it turns bright gold. And if that wasn't enough, then you get these spikes of pink flowers which appear late spring and continue to bloom all throughout the summertime, which attract butterflies. Color Flash Lime Estobes, normally $10.99. This week it's buy 1, get 1 free.
What a show, huh?
It is a great show.
Forget about going to the movie theater. Just sit home and watch these things turn color. right here at Linton's. Great value and another one here.
Yes, we've all heard of black-eyed Susans, but have
Yeah.
you heard of a black-eyed Stella daylily?
Today I heard about it for the first time.
Craig, this is one of our dwarf repeat blooming daylilies, and it's unusual because of the coloration that you see there in the throat. This only gets to be 18 to 24 inches in height, starts blooming late spring, continues to bloom all season long, all the way up until frost in the fall. When it turns brown, you cut it down. Normally $14.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
That is such a great reminder. When it's brown, you cut it down.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, anybody can do that. Next.
Next up is one of our largest hostas here. This is our Guacamole Hosta. Gets to be 36 inches in height and almost that in width. It gets tall spikes of white flowers which attract both hummingbirds and butterflies. Perfect for the shade garden. Normally $10.99. This week it's buy two, get one free.
And another great freebie sale offering here, Mark.
And so if the guacamole wasn't large enough,
Yeah.
you want to step up to sum and substance. This is the world's largest hosta.
Serious?
This one gets close to 5 feet in diameter and almost 2 feet in height. Beautiful fragrant white flowers appear during the summertime, and I love using these in mass plantings. It's just incredible. Bloomer, our resident macaw, likes it as well.
Yeah.
Sum and substance, normally $16.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
The biggest hosta in the world, right?
Absolutely, sum and substance. 5 feet wide.
There. Wow.
It's incredible.
That is. Next up.
Next up is a very old-fashioned favorite perennial. This is our Autumn Joy Sedum. Gets its name Autumn Joy because it comes into its glory in the fall, and it features light pink clusters of flowers at the ends of the branches. And yes, this is a succulent, and because of those thick leaves do a great job of withholding moisture. So if you don't have an irrigation system, if you have some dry areas, this grows in sun to partial shade. This is the perfect perennial, and in the fall, when it turns brown,
You cut it down, baby.
you got
Cut
it.
it down.
Autumn Joy Sedum, normally $14.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
I don't think I've ever felt anything quite as rubbery as this.
This is pretty cool.
It's like total rubber.
It is.
It's neat. Next.
Well, next up is our dwarf maiden grass. So if our other ornamental grass at 5 feet gets too tall for you, step it down a notch. Dwarf
Okay.
maiden grass gets to be about 36 inches in height. Features the same beautiful tan feathery plumes in the fall. And when it gets brown in the fall,
You hold it. Let me just check here. You cut it down.
absolutely. And the best thing is the price, normally $15.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
All right, we're moving now, aren't we?
We are.
What do you have here?
Next up is our Cappuccino Estobe, another Estobe, and just getting ready to bloom. You see those spikes of flowers, which are going to open up to a white flower. And I love the burgundy colored stems that you see here. Perfect perennial for the shade. Normally $9.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
Mark, it is absolutely the perfect time to be planting, and what I love about what you do here is what we're seeing they're all in containers.
Absolutely.
That's a big deal right now.
It is a very big deal because it guarantees the homeowner success. There is zero transplant shock. Just simply slide it out of the pot and introduce it into your soil, and it should have great success.
You would have it no other way, right?
100% container grow.
Yeah. Wow, fantastic. Hey, what's next?
I love saying the name of this next one. This is one of our many varieties of Weigelias. It's our Maroon Swoon.
Maroon Spoon.
Yeah.
But when it's brown, do you cut it down?
No, don't do that. You'd kill it.
Ew, sorry.
Don't tell the viewers that.
Sorry, I
No.
even brought it up.
No, just occasional pruning. Only gets to be about 4 to 5 feet in height and about same in width. Does best in full sun. When it turns brown, you anxiously await for it to re-leaf again in the
Okay,
springtime.
okay.
But just like all Weigelias, they go through 3 bloom cycles. Blooms in the spring, again in the summer, and again in the fall. And those trumpet-shaped flowers do a great job of attracting hummingbirds and butterflies. Normally $39.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
I am not a master gardener. I don't even play one on TV. No, forget it.
There's the disclaimer.
There's the disclaimers, right. What do you have here, Mark?
Next up is our White Lightning Weigelia. Features those beautiful green and gold variegated leaves. And this one has white trumpet-shaped flowers, which appear 3 times throughout the season. Normally $39.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
The freebie sale from Linton's Enchanted Gardens. If you'd like to find out more about Linton's, stop on in or visit lintons.com.
Next up is one of our very many popular broadleaf evergreens. It's our Coral Bell Azalea. Now just finished up blooming. It is a spring blooming azalea, so plant it now so you can enjoy those flowers in the springtime. It has these beautiful coral colored flowers which completely cover the shrub. Maintains those beautiful shiny glossy green leaves 12 months out of the year.
Cool.
Normally $34.99, on sale, buy one, get one free.
And a handful left to talk about here, Mark.
Next up is one of the old-fashioned favorites. It's our dense yew, and it is one of the bones of the landscape. And though you've got to have evergreens in your landscape, here in Michiana, we've got late fall, we've got winter, we've got spring, when all these beautiful flowers really don't show up. And so you need to have some greenery. Dense yews are perfect for the sun and they're perfect for the shade. Very easy to prune. Normally $19.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
Wow, available right here at a great discount during the freebie sale. 2 more, Mark.
Yes. Next up is our Red Prince. It's our old-fashioned Woodgelia, so this puppy gets pretty big. You want to give it plenty of room to grow. It's going to get anywhere from 6 to 8 feet in height, about the same in width. And what I like about this is it works out really well if you're wanting some buffer from a neighbor, wanting some height, some privacy. This is going to grow rather quickly. It's perfect for your outdoor living areas because this blooms in the spring, again in the summer, again in the fall. The best part is the price. This week it's buy one, get 2 free, only $29.99.
Hey, it's one thing to have a living barrier, but another to have one that looks so good, right?
Absolutely. Doesn't look like a fence.
No, it's stunning. It's beautiful, and so is the last one to talk about.
The last one's another one of our Woodgelias called Dark Horse. It gets its name Dark Horse because of those really dark maroon colored leaves. Has pink trumpet shaped flowers. This is a medium Woodgelia and goes through the 3 bloom cycles. Normally $39.99. This week it's buy one, get one free.
You know, it doesn't matter where you live. If you drive around town, you're going to see projects that have been completed by Linton's. And Mark, going over to Bristol for that landscape renovation, that was a lot of fun today as well, wasn't it?
It was, and you know what? That customer of ours goes back about 35 years ago.
Really?
That we landscaped a previous home for her.
So,
and they just purchased this house, and it was in need of a landscape renovation.
So 35 years ago, you probably started by mowing their yard as a 12-year-old, right? Was that how it started?
Good guess, but I was a little older than that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was in college.
Well, we had fun.
Absolutely.
We sure did, and you've got certainly plenty of time, even as the summer comes to an end in another couple of months and into the fall. Year-round, you can call to make that appointment to find out more about landscape design from Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Well, Mark, thanks so much for your good work today.
Thank you, Craig.
And thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your company. For our entire crew, for Mark and our producer, Gary, this is Craig. Have a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy next week. Be safe. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.